Hey guys, what's going on? So, there's another rant I would like to share with all of you, and I think it's a rather reasonable one because today's topic I'd like to discuss is Resident Evil, a video game that many of you are crazy about. I know I am. I love Resident Evil, including the movies, even though they botched up the movies terribly because A, it's not set in the original mansion. B, they don't really give a lot of the T-virus. I mean, like, they put it in the story and they make a good effort about it, but they don't really. It's not the video game. They don't have Chris in the first movie. They wait and put Chris in, like, the second to last movie in Resident Evil Extinction, which is obscene, and they just botched it up completely. But other than that, it's a good action movie. I do like it. It is really nothing wrong with it, in my opinion. But anyway, I'm getting sort of off topic. I'll talk about that a little bit later on. But what I really wanted to talk about is the games, how they're just changing. I mean, there are amazing graphics. Yes, I will admit, but the idea has changed, and once the idea of the story has changed, you don't really have a good concept for a game anymore. I mean, the first game was amazing, absolutely incredible. You had the mansion, you had the creepy ambiotic music, you had, not knowing what you're gonna see when you turn a corner, like that kind of stuff. I really like in a video game. Now they have music to let you know when the demon is coming. That's no fun. I mean, like, I finished Resident Evil 4 in, like, I don't know, a week or something because I just thought it was easy and I really didn't take my time with it like I would Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 1 I thought was kind of tricky when I first started it, but then again, I first started it when I was 11 because I've loved these games for so long. And looking back on it, Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil Remake was better than all of the games combined. I mean, yeah, you'll have like the creepy music of Code Veronica X. Code Veronica X, a really good creepy ambient music, which was amazing. Resident Evil 4 was a good story, how they put the Illuminati in there, but it was, again, they put music there to let you know when the demons were coming, and that's just not fun. I mean, if I knew when every demon was coming, I'd be psychic. Seriously. I mean, it's like having superpowers in a game. It's like, oh, there's a demon coming around that corner. I know it because I hear music somewhere. And it's not even good music. It's just like, the Jaws music. Da-da, 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 da-da. It's not good. And on another note, besides the music, I'd like to point out, did any of you see the trailer for Resident Evil 6? Oh my god, why are there... Now this is a mega spoiler alert, so, if you haven't seen the trailer, go look up the trailer and then come back to see this. Because the trailer is just horrible. But why are there dragons? Why does it look like... When I first saw it, I thought it was a Zelda game. I'm not even joking. Like, I saw some of the characters and I was like, I recognize those characters, I recognize some of those characters, but why are there dragons? I saw rarely any zombies. I saw the Umbrella Corporation team, but I didn't even see some of the old-fashioned zombies that were in the first game. The old-fashioned zombies that were in the first game were absolutely amazing. The graphics that were done on their face, on their clothing, it was absolutely incredible. I absolutely loved it, but now they're just doing like these zombies that attack back. That's not fun. They want to be able to attack the zombies and kill them. That's fun. But it's just crazy how they're changing everything. It's like, and not to dispatch any of your World of Warcraft or, Call of Duty people, I like those games myself. But they're using like all this, fast-paced, heavy-duty music, and it's not fun. It doesn't fit the ambiance. It doesn't fit anything whatsoever. It's I mean, I'm possibly going to buy Resident Evil 6, but just out of pure support for the video game itself. I wouldn't buy it to play it. I'm a collector. I collect lots of things, but I'm not. It's just no point in playing it. I mean, the one thing I do have to say that they did well with this one game is including Sherry Birkin as an adult in there. I think that's going to be rather interesting to see. Jill Valentine, on the other hand, looks so different in Resident Evil 6. Like, she doesn't have even the same facial structure as she does in the first couple Resident Evil games. Like, you know, in the first Resident Evil game, she had, like, the short, brown hair up to her chin. I think it was about up to here or something. But then she grew out her hair, and she had, like, long brunette hair or something. And then she became a freaking blonde. I don't know why. I think it was to hide her identity in Resident Evil 5. I mean, Resident Evil 5 was a good game. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like, you know, they bumped Chris on a lot of steroids, but it was a good game. I mean, I just don't think Resident Evil 6 is going to make a lot of money. I think it will be for this generation, because not that many people used to play, like, the beginning Resident Evil games. I know still a lot of faithful fans do, but not a lot of people are really interested in learning about the origins and learning about how the game was created and everything. It's just, people don't like to read anymore, which is sad. You know, I mean, like, it's just no offense to this generation, but, you know, we're going down the tubes. I mean, it's sad to see what this generation is becoming, seriously. But that's on a completely different rant. We're here to talk about Resident Evil today. So, you know, I mean, I'll wrap up this video quickly for you guys. I know you guys are probably going to lose a couple of brain cells. But it's just frustrating to me because they're losing such an amazing story that captivated not only me, but a great deal of people and a great deal of fans of Resident Evil. I mean, I remember playing it on the PlayStation 1 when I was little over at my friend's house saying, "Oh, this is so cool, I absolutely love this game, it's awesome." I mean, you know, I think it was when I was 10, my dad bought me my first video game, and that was on the GameCube. And instead of buying his daughter a Barbie game or Scooby-Doo or something that was pretty with dresses and frilly and, you know, la-di-da, he buys his daughter a, you know, gory, zombie, bloody video game. So, you know, props to you, Dad. I love you. But, you know, that's how I got interested in all the vampires and the zombies and the gore and everything, was because of my parents. So, I mean, I actually, you know, I thank them so much for that. It probably sounds really wrong, but, you know, I thank them a lot for that. But, you know, I got into it because my dad was like, "Oh, this game has really great graphics, and it has really amazing picture quality." And he basically just wanted to test out the GameCube to see if it was any good. And that's how I fell in love with the game, and I looked at it, and it scared the shit out of me when I was 11, but I didn't care. I still came back. I still came back for more of it. This game, this Resident Evil 6 game, is not going to keep me coming back for more of it. It has dragons, for Christ's sake. It has all sorts of different things that don't belong in a Resident Evil game. Maybe it'll follow the plot line. Maybe. I'm not sure. I have to wait till I see the new trailer that they're coming out with. But it just doesn't make sense what they're doing. I mean, you know what would make sense? Now, this is my open parentheses. If they redid, now, bear with me on this, if they redid the very first Resident Evil game, and they wanted to do a rendition of that for this century, and for people who maybe don't know about the game, and who want to get more into it, they, you know, they can possibly have a